pressure works in the feet, when it works. It's pretty simple. So, effectively, to really make it as simple as possible, we're going to say that the oranges is kind of at the top of the backswing, and then the yellows is where you start and pretty much where you finish. Without being too complicated. But there's slight diagonals there like that. It's beautiful. So, effectively, your first move is going to be to the yellows. So you're going to go left heel, ball of your right foot. That kind of gets the motion going. So you go forward, a little back, and as I go back, I'm pushing towards the ball or the right toes. I wouldn't go outside the right foot, but you kind of have this sense of going the right. Left, right, and why you go on the right is then it's easy to push off the right back to the middle. If you don't actually go right, you can't go back left. If that makes any sense? Like you can't have your right leg off the ground and say, go push. Yeah. There's nothing to push off. So you're going to be able to push off. So there's there. Now, so you're going heel, toe. Then as we're going back, we feel like we're able then to push off the right. As the club's going back, we're pushing back to the middle. And now we heel, toe. So from the ball of the right to effectively the ball of the left and the right heel. Or the arch of the right. We definitely don't want to be on the outside of the right foot because then we're in all kinds of trouble. But we're going from ball of the right, right heel, ball of the left foot. And then as the club comes down, we start to work towards the left heel, towards the ball of the right foot. And then into our finish where we're completely heel, toe. So there's always effectively one whole foot on the ground or loaded. But if you were to think right toe, left toes, and then right toe again is one way to think of it, or left heel, then at the top you're going to be in the right heel, and then left heel again. So it's always going to be a heel, toe, heel, toe. Impact is probably the one time where you semi-balanced, but still way more pressure lead side. It started to work into that left arch and the right arch. Almost if you thought in the impact's the one time where you truly balanced. Way more pressure lead side, but as far as your feet go, you're pretty linear in the middle and then balance through. So there's that forward, back, centered, forward. And it just has that lovely little flow to it that makes kind of the swing motion look both manageable and somewhat good movement orientation. Bonus too, obviously, is if you're going toe, heel, that's encouraging depth of the right hip and turning. You're not swaying there, you're turning to get into that right heel. And then as your pressure's working leads back to the middle, that's also allowing that left hip to turn. So you're getting that turning back to the middle sensation. And then from there, golf's pretty manageable. You have a chance of coming from the inside. And more importantly, strike quality wise, it's really easy once you've got that pressure moving early and you've turned, you've created space and your pressure's centered. It's really easy then to get all the joints stacked up and in a great impact alignment. And that's your major issue. It's still strike quality with the irons because you're still hitting slightly up on it, or ground and ball at the same time. It's not that nice, crispy. Yeah. So it's really a case. That's all about getting the pressure turning, off the body turning, and the pressure working towards the target early, and then staying there and finishing as much as you can facing the target. If you're only physically capable of going to here, that's great. And to here, you can still hit great shots with that range of motion. But we just got to get that feeling there. And we'll leave these there on the ground so you can get used to seeing that whole idea of, even if we get rid of this guy, doesn't really matter. But if you just think that the start move, it's like a gas pedal, that right foot, put the foot down, start the car, and then at the top you feel like you off that foot, you through the oranges, impact, you're going to be pretty much rolled off that. Everything's stacked up, faces somewhat near the target line, hopefully, and then we finish on it. So everything's working from on, progressively off to there. Any questions, or that kind of makes sense?
It makes sense.
It's just reps, getting a feel for what does it feel like to move the pressure laterally, what does it feel like to have rotation while you're moving laterally, and then developing that awareness. Like I said, putting this sort of squishy balls, the old force pedals underneath are good, colors, or even doing it barefoot, and just getting awareness of what does it feel like to ball, getting that movement. Once you got those movements, man, you can ball it. All right, let's